Welcome back to another mission of physics, and today we're gonna see Doppler effect.
The problem says, standing at a crosswalk, you hear a frequency of 560 Hz from the siren of an approaching ambulance. After the ambulance passes, the observer frequency of the siren is 480 Hz. Determine the ambulance speed from this observation.
We visualize the problem. We have an ambulance heading towards you, and you hear the siren at a frequency of 560 Hz. Once it passes, you hear the frequency at 430 Hz. And the velocity of sound is, we know the fact that is 343 meters over second in our, like in the air. So we know that the Doppler effect equation is the frequency heard equals to the original frequency per the velocity of sound plus minus the velocity of the observer over the velocity of sound plus minus the velocity of the source, in this case the ambulance. So this sign is gonna be changing because we don't one time it's approaching towards you, and the at the second time is getting away from you. The velocity of the observer equals to 0 because he's at rest, and therefore we have our equations, which is 560, which is previous to the to passing you, the frequency you hear, equals the frequency which we don't know per 343, which is velocity of sound, over 343, which is also the velocity of sound, minus the velocity of the ambulance. The sign is minus because it's heading towards you. And we have our second equation, which is also 430, which is the second frequency we have, equals to the same frequency than here, equals per 343 over 343, this time plus velocity of the ambulance because it's going away from you. We now get these equations, so we arrange them to be frequency equals to something, and this frequency is gonna be the same in both places, so we can make them the same way, getting our first equation in here equals to our second equation given in here, which will give us a value of 560 per 343 minus the velocity of the ambulance over 343 equals to 430 per 343 plus the velocity of the ambulance over 343. We can eliminate these ones because they are the same at both points of the equation, and we arrange the equation so that we get all the values of the ambulance at one point and the rest of the values at the other point. This will give us the equation of minus 560 per velocity of the ambulance minus 480 per velocity of the ambulance equals to 343 per 343 minus 560. And this will give us the result for the velocity of the ambulance, which should be 26.4 meters over second. I hope it has helped you, and we'll be seeing us next time. See you later.